All right, so I find it kind of funny that these women are bitter and salty about the drizzle movement that these men started, right? And for the longest time, they've been getting on TikTok and insulting men, being excessively rude to men for no reason. Us men are not even saying half the crap that they said to us to them. And then when we did the drizzle thing, we've been stating nothing but facts. We've been pointing out we're not even making fun of them per se. We're pointing out all their bad behavior is what we're doing. And that's why they can't do nothing about it. So they're mad and salty about it. And you know what? Let me explain to you, ladies, why I am a high value man. First of all, this is the first time I'm going to explain this in complete detail. Let's start with the United States Army. I was a fuel specialist. I served in Saudi Arabia under the U.S. SOCOM as a support role as a fuel specialist. Back then it was called a 77 Fox. I refueled helicopters with the rotors going at full speed. The helicopter never turned off. Helicopter rotors are going at full blast. Plug the hose in, pump gas into it, disconnect, grab your bonding cable, wrap that shit up. If you approach the helicopter at the wrong angle, you're probably gonna lose it. Probably gonna lose a limb or decapitation. That's how dangerous this job was. And when I served in Saudi Arabia, I was a fuel specialist under the U.S. SOCOM, which is Special Operations Command. If you want to know what that is, look it up on Google or Yahoo. Then I redeployed back into my original unit, back into Iraq. So 4 months in Saudi Arabia, 8 months in Iraq, and this is where I got the PTSD from. Was the middle of Iraq. I'm not gonna say what happened. I've said it in the past, but I'm not bringing that up in this video. So I came down with PTSD, and it took me 18 years to prove what happened. So in the meantime, I was a unarmed security officer, armed security officer. I went to college at 28. Graduated college at 30 with an associate's degree in pipe fitting technology. I'm also a certified pipe fitter. What I had to do in school was I had to learn how to read blueprints. I had to learn blueprint symbols. Then I had to take a plan view, an elevation view, and combine it isometrically and hand draw the entire system on a piece of paper isometrically from both plan and elevation views and dimension it in feet and inches using trigonometry and geometry. So not only I had my pipe fitting classes, I had trigonometry, geometry, and I have a full associate's degree in that. Um, and then after the certifications and all that stuff, I decided to go back into security because I just I just been doing security for so long that I said, you know what? Even though I have this degree and I'm certified to do this, I'm going to go back to security. And that's what I did. I went back to armed security, and then I worked at two state agencies, Texas and Indiana. So I spent 10 months as a corrections officer in Texas, resigned from that voluntarily, eventually relocated to Indiana. Within 12 months of me relocating to Indiana, I promote to correctional sergeant. Correctional sergeant is my last full-time job ever, ever. And so I have been basically retired due to my veterans benefits since 2019. I have not had a job since 2019. Now, I'm 44 years old. I am permanently out of the workforce. I am over 5,000 a month, tax free for the rest of my life. That is max 100% veterans VA disability and maximum Social Security disability combined. So it's over 5,000 a month. Um, and I'm married to my wife. So I get paid additional money for being married. Now, I have free healthcare for the rest of my life. My wife has CHAMP VA. I have also have Medicare that I pay for out of my Social Security disability. So I can go to the VA hospital or I can go to the hospital across the street and tell them to bill it to the Veterans Affairs or Medicare. So either one gets billed, I don't pay nothing. I'm already paying for Medicare, so I don't pay shit, nothing. And then Medicare comes directly out of my Social Security check as a deduction. I don't even see that money. Um, and I have worked my ass off and then some to get to where I'm at today. And you see, I'm chilling in my home, right? This beautiful home that I have, right? All of this earned by me, by myself, and then some. Um, I pay for two homes. My wife's home, she's the homeowner, and then I got this place. And I pay for everything by myself, two sets of utility bills, everything. And in 20 years, I'm planning to buy my own house cash. I could finance, however, I am setting up protecting my wife financially. So I told her I'm going to have a living will, and then if God forbid, if anything should happen to me, God forbid, everything that I own will become hers. Um, and then I'm going to buy the house cash in 20 years. That way, she is fully protected and then some. She wouldn't have to worry about nothing, 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 nothing. So that's the future that I'm setting up for my wife, and she earned this and then some. She's a housewife, and I'm gonna keep her. I'm gonna make it to where she does not ever have to worry about work ever again. So I'm basically setting up the financials to guarantee that. Um, so I am a high value man and then some. But these women are bitter and salty. You see, if you want a man like myself, you're gonna have to learn how to behave yourself first. Ain't nobody gonna marry you with the crazy behavior and all the stuff I've been seeing on social media. Ain't nobody gonna marry nobody like that. So if you want to get married, you're going to have to learn how to respect men. Men have to learn how to respect women and so forth. You can't disrespect the opposite gender and expect to have good results. So I don't know what else to tell these ladies, but drizzle, I'm worth a lot more than a lot of you combined. I'm out of here.